Hey guys, so welcome back to On the Topic with me, Amy B. How are you guys doing today? So today's video is going to be all about your kind of minimal makeup look. I'd recently got some requests on a couple of the last videos I did, the Ulta haul and my weight loss journey video. I had some requests in those videos to please recreate the makeup look that I had, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like one of the easiest makeup routines I have. It's been kind of my minimal, makeup routine that I've had. I've always worked from home. I've worked from home for the past 5.5 years now, so it's kind of my go-to already when I have like meetings on video and things like that. And so, yeah, so I was like, well, given the situation currently right now in the world, a lot of people are working from home still, doing a lot of video meetings, or maybe you're just, this is even a look that I'll put on days where I'm just like, man, I'm tired of looking like, and I want to have a little something, or maybe I just got to do like a grocery store pickup or run to the, store real quick for something, or picking up medications, things like that. I just want to put something on this face. So I definitely have a go-to kind of routine. So that's what this is. It's kind of like I said, it's probably still a lot more makeup than most. It's not like the no makeup look type of thing. It's definitely makeup, but it's just my minimal kind of go-to, quickly get ready. I can do within like, all the way from, doing a little something to my hair, to put it on a nice little top for my meetings, and just throwing on some makeup, maybe 20 minutes total, because I've just gotten so used to I can just go through it. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys since you guys requested, and I thought, oh, awesome, let me bring it to you. Maybe it'll help you out. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to try that for my next meeting, whatever the case is. Just wanted to share it with you because you guys had requested, and I thought it's super simple, or, minimal as can be with when it comes to makeup. And so, yeah, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. But definitely let me know in the comments below if you like these types of videos, or let me know by giving it a thumbs up, of course. And like I always say, you can always give a thumbs down if you don't. That's okay too. I don't mind. But yeah, so I hope you definitely enjoy the video, and we'll go ahead and jump in right now. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you're asking yourself, Amy, are you wearing a nightgown? Yeah. It's how I get ready in the morning anyway. All right, so the first thing I start with is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. I've talked about this constantly. This is in the color 140, pure beige. I don't know if you can see that, but that is the color. Focus. There it is. So yeah, so this is what I start with. This is like my perfect color for my skin tone. It almost just completely matches me. It's a little bit lighter right now, just because I have been going out into my back porch getting some sun and things like that. But for the most part, it is always like my perfect match. And so on days that I don't want to go like the full shebang, and I'm doing this type of minimal makeup for me, I go in with this concealer and almost use it as a base of foundation. So I'm definitely going to be pretty generous with it because I'm still trying to cover up imperfections and color correct and all that, especially around my eyes. I have some dark veins around my mouth that I like to cover as well. And I'm going to do all this with my little mirror because I don't have another mirror to use right now. So yeah, so like I said, you're going to see me going with this pretty generously, and I've already moisturized and primed. And I do primer. It really honestly just depends on how much time I have when I am getting ready in the morning, or before a meeting. So yeah, or even how I'm feeling, honestly. If I feel like I want to put primer, maybe if I know, on days where I may have to go run some errands, run to the store, do a store pickup, things like that, that I just kind of want it to really last, then I'll go in. And I also take just a tad bit like right here, because I do have some discoloration right there on my cheeks. So I'll just kind of take it like that. And like I said, I'm going generous because, again, I'm using this as really like my foundation. And I still want some coverage, but I just don't want to go in the foundation. I know you're probably thinking like, you might as well just use a foundation. And you're right, I probably just might as well should. But this is, like I said, is just a quick, like, I'm trying to get ready, look decent, but I still want to cover up, like I said, all that discoloration. And I'll just take my beauty blender and I'll bounce it out. And like I said, this is such a pretty concealer. I love this concealer. I can't get away from it. So yeah. And you'll see, like, it's just enough. Like, it just brightens and wakes up I mean, you see how much it covers? Look at that, the difference. Even from the bottom to the top, like it totally covers up that discoloration. And I absolutely love it. And it lasts. I mean, it sticks and holds its ground for long days. For me, if I'm having to do my makeup like really early in the morning and have it last all day, this concealer definitely holds up. So I'm just gonna finish pouncing that out. All right, and I finished pouncing that. So look at the difference that already makes. It already makes me look a little bit more awake, especially my eyes. My eyes are my trouble area, so it already makes me look a lot more awake. Just covered up some of the dark veins, some of the discoloration on my cheeks, and I just take the excess and I just kind of go up in the middle just like that. All right, now on to, I do still set it. I use my Laura Mercier powder. I just dip a little bit and I just go ahead and still set underneath the eyes just because I really wanted to lock in right there. So just do just a quick lock in, nothing crazy, don't bake. I just kind of go ahead and just blend it in and push that in really well just so that it locks in that concealer under my eye, because I want it to, like I said, last. Sometimes I have several meetings in one day at work, and you know, or I'll be in a meeting, I'll be in a type of training meeting all day on camera, and so you just want it to, I just want it to hold up. I really do need it to hold up. It's not just for like maybe a little meeting and things like that. So anyway, okay, so moving on to my next step is now I go in with my Milani powder. So I'll just take my big fluffy brush and I'll go ahead and go into my powder, and this is where I'm basically just going to give myself some coverage still, because I still want that coverage, because I didn't put the concealer all over my face. I just put it in those areas where I wanted to really cover up that discoloration. So I'll just take this pretty generously and just go over the entire face, because one, this gives me coverage and it is setting those areas where I did put the concealer. But that concealer does dry down pretty well on the rest of the face. If I didn't want to set it, you know, you don't really have to, but I'm just kind of setting it, but also giving myself some coverage with this powder. That's really what it's going to do for me. Just go really quickly. Yeah, and this is how I beat my face too during that time. Like, I'm like just trying to hurry and do something. And so, yeah, so that's what I'll do. And I don't swipe it or rub it. I really kind of just press it in just like that. And I'll do the ears a little bit to match and bring it down my neck and even down here like that. And then just to bring some color and definition in my face, I'm still going to go in with my bronzer, or, you know, contour slash bronzer type thing. That's just the Wet n Wild one, but any bronzer of your choice, really. And I just do a real quickly brush of it on the cheekbones. Like I said, this is just to bring some balance. And just do that, and then I'll just take the excess up on my temples, my forehead, a little bit on my chin, like that. And then I'll just slightly contour my nose a little bit, because I have to do that. I have to contour the nose. So I'll just take my same brush and just kind of squeeze it and just do that contour. If I get too out of hand, I could just go in with my yellow shade, which I do a little bit on the nose just to kind of fix that a little and just make sure it looks good, as far as like it's not just my whole nose is not just brown. And if I want, I'll just go a little bit, but it's really not necessary. But I do this quickly, like it doesn't take long. Of course, always takes longer when you're explaining it on video. All right, and then the next step I go in with is just a blush. The blush I'm using today is the Wet n Wild in the color Nudest Society, if you can see that. Real beautiful light blush. It almost looks like it's gonna be nothing, but I promise you that it goes on beautifully. It gives just the right amount of color to the cheeks, so I really enjoy it. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just add some color quickly to my cheeks. See, it's such a pretty color. It gives just the right amount, like just that right amount for a minimal makeup look like this. That's why I like this color. And this is usually the color I'll go for. It's actually been what I've been reaching for like every time I put makeup on, but I really like this, even if I'm doing like a full face, full blend. And then I'll go ahead and just kind of dust and buff away, you know, everything at this point. Just blend with my brush like I normally do, and just take that flat top. It's like a stippling brush, and I'll just blend that out and just make sure everything looks seamless and just well blended. And then at this point, what I'll do is I will go in now. Again, depending on how much time I have, I will use my contour or bronzer that I'm using to do my shadow. So sometimes if I have a little bit more time and I maybe want just a little bit more, I'll go in with like an eyeshadow palette like this and just take, you know, like a very neutral color and do something. But for today, for what I most of the time do, I'm going to do it the way I do it most of the time, which is I'll go in with the contour color that I used, and I'll just go ahead and sweep that into my crease and just really blow it out right there in the crease, just to give myself some depth and color. And just do that on both eyes. And then I'll just go ahead and take that right on the bottom as well with that same brush, and just blow that out down there, just to give it a little bit of something down there so it's not plain and it just balances it out. And then of course, if I have enough time, or if I'm feeling whatever, I'll go ahead and do mascara from this point and my brows. But I do sometimes still go in with highlighter, and I'll just take my finger and I'll just rub that on my lid, just to give it a little something if I wanted it to be a little bit extra that day. And just kind of bring it into the inner corners as well, just to highlight those inner corners, because I love highlighting my inner corners. And then I'll tap on the cheekbones as well. Just kind of rub that in a little bit. Like I said, I'm doing this look like literally quickly and getting it done if I'm not, you know, of course, recording and explaining it. Then from this point, I go ahead and just brush through my brows with a spoolie. So I'll just go ahead and brush them through real quick. And because we did like just the concealer and very minimal, I don't really need to clean them. There's not like product and foundation on them, so I like that. So I can just go straight in with my brow product that I use, which is my, of course I talked about it, it's the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. This is in the color, what color is this one? 257 medium brown. And then I'll show you, I just brush right through my brows with this, just to give it a little something. One, to tame the hairs, but two, to deposit a little bit of color and kind of fill in those sparse areas. And I really feel like it gives enough product to do both brows. Like, enough product comes off on the brush, and just the way you sweep it on lightly, like it gives enough to go ahead and do both brows, to me anyway. And that's that on that. So then what I'll do is I will go ahead at this point and, oh, sorry, one more thing on the makeup part. I will go in with just a brown liner. Right now I'm using the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen. These are pretty good. It's good, but I feel like it does crumble a lot on my eyes, so I'll get like those pieces in there. And I don't know if that's my fault, if I'm putting too much. Maybe I am. I usually just go like twice through it. It glides on really well. It is nice. And for the most part, I feel like it does stay put. But yeah, so I'll just do my waterline and tight line with this liner, just because I like that. And then I'll go ahead and curl my lashes to get them ready for mascara. And I'll load up my lashes with mascara. And I'm not going to bore you with all of that because, I mean, you've seen it. I'm going to use the same mascara that I've been raving about constantly, which is my Essence Instant Volume Boost Mascara. So I'm going to go ahead. do my mascara, and then I'll come back here in just a moment. But I'm basically going to do like 2 to 3 coats. Usually it's 2, depending on how much time I have. Like I said, if I'm in a hurry. But if not, then I'll do 3. Like I'd say mascara brings the look together. So you load them lashes up, girl, and it will look amazing. How much minimal makeup you have on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I wanted to come back real quick. So I was like, duh, show them at least what one coat looks like. So this is just me brushing one coat. So this one has nothing, so I'll show you. And I don't have very long lashes, guys, at all. But this mascara is just so good. I love it. And honestly, you could stop here, you know, with the first coat. But I mean, I don't ever stop at a first coat. I don't, very rarely do I stop at a first coat. And that's just me. So yeah, so that is one coat right there. Now I'm gonna go in for the second one. So I'll probably end up doing like 2 full coats. So okay, so I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so now that I have the mascara done, 2 full coats of mascara on top and bottom, I'll go ahead and go on to my lip color. And I pretty much use the same lip color even on days where I'm wearing like this, like a minimal look, not a whole lot of, no eyeshadow, things like that. So first I'm going to go ahead and just wipe off my chapstick that I had on. I'll still kind of just powder my lips a little bit with my powder, just to kind of cancel out a little bit of the color. And then I'll just go in with the same lip duo that I usually use for this minimal makeup look all the time. And that is the Superstay Ink Crayon by Maybelline in the color Lead the Way. And then I'll just go on with a lip gloss. This one is Milani in the color Whatever 200. So that's that color. I don't know if you can see it. And then this is what the Superstay lip crowns look like. So yeah, so I'll just go in with that on my lips. That way it gives it some color. And I like this one because it's just like your everyday pretty nude. Like you can barely even see it. And I'll just put that on, give my lips a little bit of color, and just push that in. And then I'll just go right on top with my gloss. And this one does have a little sparkle in it, so it makes it like real pretty. I love this color. And I love these glosses. And that is it. That is my everyday minimal, or not every day because I don't wear this even every day. But this is my minimal look. Like I said, and it does, like I said, it takes me all of maybe 10-15 minutes tops, and that's honestly a full 20 minutes and I'm ready, that including my hair and everything, because I'll even put some loose curls in my hair and all of that. So yeah, so that's my minimal look. Then you go just put on a cute shirt and some earrings, and nobody has to know that you're wearing pajama pants or leggings down on the bottom. Anyways, guys, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified anytime we upload videos here on The Topic. Again, I will continue to say through this hard time that I know it's hard for so many right now. My prayer is just that you're doing well, and if you aren't, if you are sick or just going through it, I just really pray that you stay encouraged. Definitely, again, please feel free to leave any prayer requests down in the comments below, and I am more than happy to add that to my prayer list of prayers. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye.